And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire and Fontus, some aliens, Mayhem. We're on round 156. We have 7 decisions. We have an incident in the library. We'd like mine to probably go up. I think we're moving away from Fist towards mind at this point. I don't need a custom formation type. Riots, appease them with the money.
Roger.
The old throw money at the civilians and they will be happy. Mind and merit. We'll accept because we want the mind.
Copy that.
Okay. Emergency food. We're going to leave this unincorporated to get the happiness bonus from not having any taxes.
Yes, sir.
Saw that for that one. Did we have it for... I didn't see it for Sula. Oh, Suzla.
Standing by.
Let's bring up the zone orders, make sure it's set right. It's not set right, so let's try to fix that. Oh, not public budget. Public budget can be pretty strong if you're trying to do stuff with private investment.
Order acknowledged.
There we go. Again, the zone needs to be happier. We need the loyalty in the zone up. The large presence of troops has almost annihilated the unrest here, which is good. Don't suppose I got suppress and rest again. I do. We'll do a roll on both zones.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
11 and 4. There we go. So, rapidly reducing the unrest there. Then we just need the loyalty up.
Copy that.
Okay. So, truck station's improving. Is this truck station improving? We haven't got any oil to it. Doesn't work with no oil. Yeah, it's a bit saturated. Just a bit saturated. And that's the truck station. What do you think of the truck station working together? What do I have for the local
Standing by.
zone
Roger.
orders here? It's my units before. Okay,
Roger.
that should be fine. Let's make the zone the buyer seller, and we'll actually buy fuel
Roger.
here. That should get the truck station working better. Let's also upgrade the
Roger.
truck station here. We're gonna have more workers here, so it's gonna be easier to get the zone to
Roger.
build up its logistics asset to help the transit between the two spots. So if we keep buying oil and buying iron, or buying metal in the zone, that should work. That's a question. Can I export from these zones? Because we're overflowing with water that we just don't need. So I could... the answer is probably no. Because I don't think the traders want to buy any. Yeah, Water is currently so terrible, it's terribly priced. They're not interested in buying. And then construction-wise, Port 2 is done. We just queued that one up. Social housing was delayed a half a turn. So it'll basically be a full turn in the end. The agricultural dome was delayed a little bit, so it's going to take 3 instead of 2. Okay. Apparently we were over the maximum stockpile last turn and sold money, or sold food. Interesting. That's fine. Level 4 is done there, so at this point it's almost certainly a... If there is a bonlick, it is bonlicking from unloading on that line, I think. Check that. Okay, so you're unloading. You're the one unloading there. You're unloading. Oh, although the completion was... Okay, we'll give it another turn. We'll check it next turn. Maybe better next turn. And again, I think we're getting close to where if we just get that little bit more shipping every turn, these will... The bottleneck will go away. Hopefully. And we did take over the port, which gave us a decent amount of victory score, up to 32.1. Again, I could do the math here. I suspect the math is going to tell us that we have to conquer someone. And right now, that probably for attacking someone's Becker. As much as we're not ready for that, it's probably Becker. Okay, cycle the turn. Okay, rolling back around to us. Round 187, we've got 8 decisions. Sorry, a little bit of dusty cough there. Abductions. Okay, finished design, or finished... Oh no, that was discovering the walker, because we did the walker hydraulics earlier. Nuclear plant's complete, that's good. Okay, so at this point, this route is as good as it's going to get without having to buy more. I think it's one more turn before we're going to see the full effects of the shipping everywhere. Okay, both sides of that shipping line are working at full efficiency. And in theory, we actually still have... It's not actually fully saturated, which... If that's the case, that's good. Ah, the rail's saturated. So, a little bit of fiddly, we can work on that. That's solvable. It's now back to land being the problem. Although, that doesn't mean we've solved the problem, right? We've moved the problem someplace else. The fun with logistics in this game sometimes.
Yes, sir.
Incident with boldness. I'm just going to ignore it.
Roger that, sir. Yes, sir.
Take the
Roger
candidate.
that, sir.
Lots of good techs. We're going to go high-tech industry. If we can get an income, a reliable income to the high-tech parts, that'll allow us to build high-tech industries like metal soil filtration without any real drawbacks.
Order received. Sir, yes, sir. Roger.
Okay. And then you're requesting our help. We're going to tell you
Copy
no
that.
again. Oh, I don't like that you're not happy. Let's improve your happiness. You don't like that we're moving against everything that you like. Okay. Fair enough. If you weren't a high veteran, we'd probably be looking to get rid of you.
Roger that. Roger that. Roger that.
This is
Roger that.
not very effective at getting him happy, but it's working.
Roger that.
You know, we get up over 50 at least. Would like better, but that's a starting spot at least.
Roger that. Roger that. Roger that.
Okay. Yeah, I need to fix that by expanding the trucks, the truck or the rail. The truck, I think, is already capped at the capital. Yeah, truck's capped out. The rail only goes up one more level. And I actually arguably don't necessarily have the metal sitting around to casually just go like Rail Station 7. So we're gonna have to just accept that that's the bottleneck now on land. At least until we can do high-speed rail. What I probably will do... Right now we got one centralized rail station on the continent. Instead of trying to do an awkward delete replace with high-speed, we'll probably put the high-speed rail stations on the ports. And just level them so they're high enough to support the port working. But that's going to be waiting for high-tech industry to complete, and then high-speed rail to complete, and then we'll start building the high-speed rail network. Going down. You're actually no longer on rest. You have zone of hunger because we're having shipping issues over the road, apparently. Up to you, yeah. Don't think we can afford a rail connection. Yeah, I can't afford the metal, the rail connection. At least not until we get our current products done. Truck Station 2 over there should finish next turn. You had oil. That didn't clear the bottleneck, although presumably much more is shipping. Do you still have oil? Metal. You do still have enough oil for another turn. A little bit questionable in the metal. Let's do trade zone by metal.
Roger.
And fuel in the zone.
Roger.
That way the zone has metal and fuel to complete the truck station upgrade. If we can fix the bottleneck on the road here, then we don't need to ship them in that way. In fact, it would be better to not ship them in that way. Yeah. At least to see the bottleneck is land rather than sea. Although it's always still more annoying that we've got bottlenecks up the wazoo everywhere. Oh, I suppose the other thing we can do... Let's try this. I don't need as much shipping going southwest as here, so we're gonna bottle you down. Stop 80% of everything going down that way. Oh, that's not good. Running a power deficit. I don't want to fix the power deficit. Expanding one of the power plants is probably the way to do it. And we're not ready to do nuclear after all. So yeah, we're gonna just upgrade this power plant, I think. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. It's going to consume more oil. A lot more oil. Although it's 4 times more power for 3 times more oil, so...
Understood.
I'm just going to have to raise the oil production someplace else. So we're gonna fix one problem and cause a different one. As you do, usually. At least we're not in brownout. We sent 549, which means we can do that for like 10 turns. So I can just accept that the power plant will build at whatever speed the power plant builds at. Yeah. Oh, and colonists to you. The goal being that we want that truck station working.
Copy that.
Danger should be declining. Yeah. Okay, let's select the turn. Let's see if that fixes itself. The answer to fixes itself is probably no. Okay, round 188. We have 7 decisions. Instant library, do you want mind up? This is just to confirm.
Yes, sir.
Order acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Turbine engine.
Roger.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely having problems with stuff. It's not... At least it doesn't appear to be strain-induced. Well, here is strain-induced, although... can I ship colonists to you? Full 1,000? Yeah. Might be one way to fix that strain. Or at least transfer it to someplace a little bit more appropriate. Dome Farm, for example, is a community as well, so let's just undelegate you. And then we'll undelegate you. So that should dump you in the zone that you're in. That should help with your administering, because those two were being run off the previous zone, I believe. Run off of this one before it got cut off.
Standing by
Yes, sir.
for orders.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna hire Qual, but I don't really want to fix it. Well, here might be worth fixing. You're also struggling with the danger, yeah.
Standing by. Order acknowledged. Order acknowledged.
Oh, I don't like the rate that metal's going down. Need to get some of these construction projects done sooner rather than later. Truck station complete. Farm complete. Should provide more food next turn. Power plant, 3 more turns. Didn't suffer delay, although could have. Social housing, turn and a half. Worker housing, a turn. Ports proceeding at the designated speed. In fact, you're going half speed, which is not super great. Keeps rolling the failure due to the production malice. And then I think you still need more workers, yeah.
Copy that.
Okay. We just moved the bottleneck to someplace else. It's in this little bit here, which is not ideal. Ideally we'd have no bottleneck coming through here. Okay, it looks like there's no struggle with things getting delivered, at least. Okay, and that shifted back to the overseas transport. So we are bottlenecked still on shipping. So at this point, to get more capacity, I actually need to sign more shipping contracts. Well, and or expand unloading on the one location I can't realistically expand unloading. Yeah. Because really, to expand unloading here, which is definitely a thing we want to probably do at some point, I need to expand the port, and to expand the port means I need to ship workers in, which is hard to do when we're bottlenecked. But yeah, at that point, we're losing 52% of delivery. But did they merge into the same one? They did. Or let it time out, which is fine, I suppose. Okay, you know, we're gonna start getting new routes. That's what we're gonna do. You unload there, so we need to make sure the transport contract is for that zone. And we'll set up a new 9K route to replace the old 2,500. We'll have penalties on loading and unloading the new 6.5 thousand, but more capacity is, in fact, still more capacity. We are shipping more water than we make. We're making more water than we ship. We're shipping more water than we make. We make more than you ship. Yeah, so a little bit of a struggle here and there.
Requesting backup.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd gone to sea. Okay, so we know they're there. Oh, and diplomacy. To look at the logistics situation sorted out, we'd prefer these guys not declare on us, although they are definitely threatening to move that direction.
Sir, yes, sir.
Moves them back up to 43. Should delay them another turn or so. Oh, can I get proposed peace with people we're not next to? You get back up to 21 with them. We can propose it.
Sir, yes, sir.
We've succeeded. Okay, so we're now at war with only 2 people.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so we should be able to propose peace with them. Next
Roger
turn.
that.
Okay, let's cycle the turn. Okay, back around to us. Round 189, we got 7 decisions. Another one of our metal mining facilities. So this is one of the reasons our metal has been going down, is we're getting closer and closer to being completely out of metal in some of those mines. Type of soldier promote. As usual, the officer corps is debating among themselves. The subject is what kind of soldier should be promoted to the NCO. Someone thinks it's better to have an NCO that knows how to kill, than one who knows how to sing our national anthem. Other thinks it's better to have an NCO that can inspire his troops than one who adds just another rifle to the trench. We're going to say both are important. We're not running merit or autocracy here,
Yes,
so we're
sir.
just going to sidestep that issue.
Yes, sir.
Order received.
Copy that.
Roger.
That's our contract. So we want this to be landing on our port. So that spot, yeah. With embarkation from... Oh, I forget which one. I think it was... Not that one. That one. We want a 9K shipment for 42 rounds. Turn their spy. Refuse their payment to get a relationship
Sir,
increase.
yes, sir.
At the current rate... What's that? 6%? It's not showing very well. Five. Yeah, we're gonna be waiting here for a while for the high-tech industry, although I think it's worth the wait. So we can check to make sure that was the right maritime contract. That was the old one, this is the new one. And yeah, it's from the right place to the right place. I'm gonna go ahead and extend the old one for 6 turns, get some overlap between them. And then we'll also do another maritime contract, start shipping, basically 9K shipment to the other major landing site. If everything vaguely goes according to plan, it should transfer the problem back to the roads and the rails and away from the truck hub, or away from the port facilities. Although, we'll see if it actually does that.
Copy that.
Standing by.
Copy that.
Orders.
Copy that.
Okay. Everything goes according to plan, that should be enough workers, and they should be happy enough that they should actually work. Power's trending up. That's actually kind of good. Metal's still disappearing very rapidly, which is a little concerning, because this is not a good map for importing metal. Worker apartments are completing. Social houses should complete next turn. Power plants haven't suffered delay. The ports are still going as slow as ever. Food's a little concerning, but this is a map I can probably buy food on if we need to buy food.
Roger that.
I probably don't need both of these roads. Let's go ahead and delete that one for the moment. That should, in theory, make it so there isn't a bias. Whoops. Needed to go further than that. That might be hard to delete what's up here then. Oh, no, it is going to be nice. Let me delete what's up here then. There we go. And yeah, we'll probably want to reconnect there, although we might just accept that it's going to be the connection from there to there. This would actually make a pretty nice port location for the city there, so. And then I think there's another person we declare peace with. Not that they're invading us, but just to make sure that they don't randomly land on us later when we're not expecting them.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yep, no success. Okay, let's cycle the turn. Okay, round 190. No losses, no kills. We have 7 decisions awaiting us. A couple dome breaches, those aren't great. Discovered battle dress. We do want enforcement, so I'm going to reverse the decision,
Yes, sir.
discipline the leader.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Sir, yes, sir.
Affirmative.
We'll take mind. We're not really that interested in the merit, but we'll take mind.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
And then we're wanting to unload basically where we're already unloading. So one of these is going to be a port unload. Not there. Although we could unload there. We'll come back to that. We might think about unloading there. No, actually, good to know that we can later unload on the friend's port. Or subject's port. Yeah, that's the one we're targeting. With embark from... there. We're going to do 9k transit. And if we look at the bottlenecks, we saturated the oil line again, so that's good. And if anything, that means we can now actually ship troops via that route, even if there isn't enough capacity to ship non-troops via that route. Oh, and we bottlenecked it on the other end. Okay. Shipping more water than is being produced, shipping more water than is being produced, shipping more water than is being produced. This is the only one that isn't shipping more than is being produced. Which I suppose might account for that bottleneck. We'll see how long that shipping works, because if that works long enough and the stockpiles pull down enough, we may go positive. Which is what we want. We want to be shipping. We want to be excess capacity, slack capacity on everywhere, so that we've got the capacity to ship bullets when it comes time for bullets to be flying. Okay, so we need to expand this truck hub, so let's do that and ship some colonists.
Copy that.
You know, it does look like everything is shipping. We just have some reinforcements over here to ship out that haven't arrived. Yeah, but they also go out after land transit. So I think it might still be the situation we're having the other one where we're actually saturated. The road is saturated with water. Water for disposal, yeah. Shipping with the water there, but not shipping with the water here. And yeah, we have a metal shortage. Long term, that's going to be solved with metal soil filtration. So I need to spool down other construction products so we can spool that up. Social housing is done. Let's start, because I do need the metal on the soil demineralization plant. Building in the capital will cost workers, but I think this is actually not too expensive to build. It's only like 1,000 workers. They should be able to hire that many pretty easily.
Roger that. Roger that.
I suppose that's not going to pay back super fast. Oh, I can't see it unless because I've queued it for being built here. But it does have a pretty decent turnaround time. So it's going to take like 12 turns to repay itself. Okay, and then diplomacy with you. I'm gonna have to try to pay you off to keep you peace for as long as possible.
Sir, yes, sir.
That didn't work.
Sir, yes, sir.
That didn't work. Cycling the turn. I think the peace is maintained. For at least one more turn. We have 6 decisions on round 191. Civilization score did not go up as quickly as I'd hoped.
Order received.
Work a strike, we can calm them down with the power of money.
Sir, yes, sir.
They're blackmailing us. The answer to should we pay to avoid the war is, for the moment, yes.
Sir, yes, sir.
Roger that. Roger that.
Okay, at this point we're shipping metal as quickly as it's being made, which is a little bit of an issue. Does mean I should try to be a bit more picky with what we're building. And basically shouldn't put anything else in the construction queue. At least not until we get... Well, basically shouldn't put anything else in the construction queue. Maybe the demineralization, more demineralization plants, we'll see. Need to get more metal flowing. Okay, loyalty is going up. I think we need the loyalty to be around 50 at least before we can merge the zones in the one we want to delete. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so we're definitely shipping more than we're getting. Down here. We're being limited by the transit capacity of the land. Question is... Nope, we're not shipping more than we're producing of water anymore. Could ship that, which is less than was produced. We did ship more here than was produced, but not much. Did ship there. Did ship there. It might be slowly sneaking in riflemen as well. Hard to tell. Oh, but we're bottlenecked over here. Probably isn't helping. Yeah, it might be the bottleneck over here that actually isn't helping. I can partially work on that with some traffic signals. Let's, I'm not going to be too aggressive with this. Let's do 40 and 20 for this turn. Yeah, because we got a lot of capacity going up in those two different directions that we don't necessarily need going that way right now.
Roger that. Roger that.
Okay, let's see if that helps. I've got some colonists to deploy. I think we need colonists over here. Yeah.
Copy that.
Okay, so you're almost at full employment. If we got the metal, the truck station will be done in 2. We might not have the metal for that, so I'm not gonna bet the farm on that right now. Oh, and we do have some slack capacity. It's not much, but we got some slack capacity going through that route. So the truck station upgrade will be nice, but it's not super mandatory. You know, we want surplus. Really, depends on how good we feel about the new rifles versus these tanks. And we got a bunch of Panzer Scares that we probably need to upgrade to the next tier. Oh no, that is a 3. That is the next tier. Deal with the tanks. It would also be nice to get artillery and stuff that are going to be ammunition hogs. Nope, we got an oil. That's probably why I feel like I don't have enough oil. Okay, that can be solved. I waited a little too long to solve it, but we can solve that pretty easily.
Copy that.
And yeah, the next metal deposit to run out's a long time out. Of course, my high accessibility things are like radioactives. I'm probably not going to use. At least not for a while. The oil! Out in the middle of nowhere, right? Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere. With... Well, actually, we got a pretty good oil, or pretty good metal deposit here. Of course, this is uncomfortably close in the place where we don't have the logistics for the shipping, of course. Okay, should be coming around to us shortly. We're going to do probably one more turn before we're going to put the part break in. So, round 192, we got 9 decisions. A dome breach, waste disposal accident. Gained curiosity, which I believe is a profile on mind. Yeah. Cultural adjustment bonus, research bonus, research bonus. Okay, so metal's starting to trend back up again as our project's complete. That's good to see, although it's barely trending up. Oh, no, it's not trending up. We just had, we had the brownout equivalent of iron. Everything that was in the stockpile shipped, and everything in the stockpile now is new. So that's why we got a bunch of delays here, is we shipped everything. We'll see if that continues. The power plant was probably one of the most expensive things we were building, and is complete. Yeah, that was the most expensive thing we were building, so we'll need less metal going forward for the ongoing projects. We'll see if we bounce back.
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Walk out.
Roger that.
Pay them to walk back in.
Yes, sir.
Dome breach, mitigate. Waste disposal,
sir.
mitigate. Extend the empty petrol well. 29,000 put back in the well. So that'll help with the oil on the following turn. Probably put us back into oil positive. Although, it would put it back into positive on our previous presumption of oil. We'll probably be back in the negative because the power plant will be drinking all the oil. I might actually turn the power plant down. We needed the power that we'd get from expanding it. We don't need all the power we get from expanding it. We'll see if I turn it down to 50%, if I can remember if I need power later to turn it back up. Waiting for these zones to get happier. Loyalty is trending up. Although fear beats fear every once in a while, yeah. You're probably happy enough I could start taxing you. We're not going to do that. I'm going to wait until the two zones are merged, but... Oh, yeah. Diplomacy with you was static. I only have the 1000k.
Sir, yes, sir.
Or I only have the K. Doesn't succeed. Doesn't critically fail either, which was the reason we went for the big one, not the small one. I don't have a proposed piece. Oh, there's the proposed piece. I wasn't seeing the proposed piece. Here we go. We're rolling
Sir, yes,
this,
sir.
and we succeeded. Okay, so now we're at peace with everyone. So, unless... These guys should give us at least one turn warning where they declare on us, if I'm paying attention. So, I think we are fine and stable. We could be better, but we're stable. Yeah, we're near saturation, but we're not quite at saturation. On that path. And then over here, we still got a lot of surplus here. Let's traffic sign. Let's turn these up a little bit more. I'm gonna kick myself if I turn them up too much, but this is to push stuff out towards our ports. Because yeah, until we have high-speed rail and we can sort of focus transit with the high-speed rail, we can overload the capital, which is kind of what we've done. Okay, shipped more than you made, shipped more than you made, shipped more than you made. Even you shipped more than you made, so we might be moving in the direction where we're gonna have surplus logistics on those lines. Okay, cycle the turn. And yeah, the end of this end turn here is where we're going to go and put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, this is going to be where we take the midstream part break for me to go get a new cup of tea. My cup of tea has actually been completely empty during the entire last portion of the recording. And apparently have a little bit of a scratch coming to the throat, so I actually went through a whole glass of water in addition to the cup of tea. So I'll need to replace both of those during the break, upcoming break. Okay, so it should be coming around to us shortly. There we are. So next part will be at the beginning of round 193. We'll have 7 decisions. So if you're watching on YouTube, that will be tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, that will be after I have a short break to replace the cup of tea and the glass of water. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.